Hey everybody, if you're looking for a way to speed up your Windows 10 PC and improve its performance, then you're in the right place. One of the easiest things you can do is to disable background apps. Background apps are the programs that continue to run even when you're not actively using them. While some of these programs are essential for the operating system to function properly, others can use up valuable system resources and slow down your computer, also draining your battery power. So it's best to terminate them completely to improve your computer's performance. But don't worry, I've got you covered up. In this video, I'm going to show you how to disable background apps in Windows 10, or in other words, how to stop programs running in background Windows 10 with just a few clicks using the 7 most actionable techniques out there. They are a quick and easy process and can make a big difference in your PC's performance. So without further ado, let's get started. But first, we must understand why stopping program in the background might be necessary. There are 3 main reasons why you might want to stop programs from running in the background. To improve performance, background programs can use up CPU, memory and disk resources, which can slow down your computer. To save battery life, background programs can continue to run even when your computer is idle, also in sleep mode, which can drain your battery as a big cost. To improve privacy, some background programs may collect your data even when you're not using them, so it's best to terminate them completely. Factors to consider when disabling programs in Windows. First, we must identify which program we need to stop from running in the background, as we do not want to disable programs that are essential for the Windows operating system to function properly. Disabling an important program could cause your system to crash. For disabling any program, it is essential to take precautions and double check your decision. When deciding which programs to stop from running in the background, consider these factors. How often do you use the program? If you don't use a program very often, or it doesn't need to run in the background, it's safe to disable them. Does the program need to run in the background to make sure that Windows functions properly? Some programs such as antivirus software and system update need to run in the background to protect your computer and keep it up to date. If you're not sure whether a program needs to run in the background, it's best to leave it enabled. Is the program using a lot of system resources? Some programs such as resource-intensive games and video editing software can use a lot of system resources. If you are experiencing performance problem, disabling programs that you are not using can help to improve performance. Is the program collecting data about your activity? Some programs collect data about your activity and might distribute it. If you are concerned about your privacy, you might want to disable these programs that are collecting data about your activity. Also, a disclaimer: this video is for informational and educational purpose only. I am not responsible for any actions you take or any consequences that result from watching this video. Please use your own judgment and take precaution while disabling programs on your computer. If you're not sure whether to disable a program, it's best to leave it enabled. You can always restart your computer if you experience any problem after disabling a process. I'll discuss some troubleshooting steps at the end of the video. Also, if you're not sure what a program, service or task does, you can always Google its name to understand its role in the Windows operating system. This will help you avoid disabling something important and prevent Windows from crashing. With hundreds of tasks and programs running in the background, it's impossible for me to cover all of them here. You'll need to use your own judgment to decide which apps, tasks or programs to disable. Programs that are safe to disable in the background. So here are some programs that you can safely disable in the background at your own risk. Antivirus software. Only if you are not using internet 24/7 and are not using external drives and already have your PC scanned. Cloud storage apps, communication app, gaming app, media players, productivity app, system utilities. Not all. This is where you need to be careful selecting the programs to terminate. Method 1. How to stop programs from running in the background using Task Manager. The first method for disabling programs that are running in the background is to use the Task Manager. The Task Manager provides a list of all the programs that are currently using your computer's resources. To do this, open Task Manager by pressing Ctrl+Shift+Escape on your keyboard. Alternatively, you can right click on the start menu and select Task Manager. It will do the same thing. Click on More Details tab if it's not already open. Under the Processes tab, you'll see a list of programs that are currently running on your computer. To stop a program from running in the background, right click on it and select End Task. Method 2. How to stop background apps in Windows 10 using Resource Monitor. Also, click the Performance tab and then click the Open Resource Monitor button. Then switch to the memory tab. Then click on commit KB to sort it out. Then on the top we have this program called dwm.exe. We're not sure what dwm.exe does at this stage, so let's do some research on it. Let's go to Bard and type what is dwm.exe program in Windows 10 and what does it does. Is it safe to terminate dwm.exe from task manager? Will it crash my PC if I disable the dwm.exe task? Bard has clearly stated that it is not safe to disable the program. I have personally checked it and this dwm.exe program crashed my PC, so it's best to leave it enabled. So this is one of the safest and fastest way to check the background of a program. It's one of the common ways to find what a program does and if it's safe to remove it. But there is more to learn about disabling programs, so keep watching the video. Method 3. How to close background apps in Windows 10 using settings. We can also use system settings to disable system app. Open the settings apps by pressing Windows+I on your keyboard. Click on privacy. Click on background apps. Under the choose which apps can run in the background section, turn off the toggle switch for the apps you want to restrict. Alternatively, under the background apps section, you can turn up let apps in the background toggle switch to prevent every app from running in the background toggle switch. Method 4. How to turn off background apps in Windows 10 using the Registry Editor. Open the Registry Editor by pressing Windows+R on your keyboard and then typing regedit. Then press Ctrl+Shift+Enter to open Registry Editor with administrative privileges. Then navigate to the H key current user, software, Microsoft, Windows, current version, background access applications. Right click on the background access applications key and select new dword 32-bit value. Name the new value global user disabled. Double click on the global user disabled value and set it to 1. Click OK to save your changes. Method 5. How to stop background processes in Windows 10 by disabling services. The Services Management app lets you view and manage all the services running on your computer. Services are special programs that can run in the background and perform various tasks such as managing your network connection, providing connectivity to a hardware device, updating your system software, communicating with other computers over a network. Some services are essential for your system to function properly, while others are not. Disabling unnecessary services can improve system performance. To disable a service, open the service window by pressing Windows+R and then type services.msc and press Ctrl+Shift+Enter. This will open up the services window. Here you can see a whole list of services running in the background. Click on a service and you'll see what it does under the description section. For example, we have ActiveX installer here. You can read its details here. You can verify whether it's safe to disable a program or service by using Bard or searching the official Microsoft community forums at answers.microsoft.com. For example, I can search for ActiveX installer on the Microsoft forums. As you can see, there are various topics about this service. I can also filter the results by Microsoft Community Answers, which are the answers from regular users, or by official Microsoft support answers. And in case if you can't find any helpful information on the forum, you can also Google what is ActiveX installer and read through the results to understand what the service does and decide whether it's safe to disable it or not. I'm not providing a definitive answer whether to disable ActiveX installer or not, because there are hundreds of services that work differently. I want you to understand what each service does and make your own decision about whether to keep it enabled or disabled. If you're unsure, it's best to leave it as it is. In the services window, you can also sort the list by type. Click on type header to see that some services start automatically and are currently running, while others are disabled or start manually. So here is how we enable or disable them. Scroll through the list of services and find the service that you want to disable. Right click on the service, then you can choose either to start or stop it. Method 6. Startup programs. Startup apps are programs that automatically start when you boot up your computer. Many of these apps are unnecessary and can slow down your startup time and overall performance. To disable startup apps, open the Task Manager and click on the Startup tab. This will show you a list of all the startup apps and their status. To disable a startup app, right click on it and select Disable. You can also re-enable them by right clicking on them and selecting Enable. Here are some tips for disabling startup app. Only disable apps that you know you don't need. Some apps such as antivirus programs and system devices are essential for the proper functioning of your computer. If you're not sure whether an app is necessary, don't disable it. It's better to be safe than to be sorry. If you disable a startup app and experience problem with your computer, you can always re-enable it. Here are some of the benefits of disabling startup app: faster startup time, improve overall performance, reduce memory usage, and increase battery life. Method 7. How to close background programs in Windows 10 using a startup manager. Startup managers are third-party applications that allow you to manage which programs start up when you turn on your computer. This can be a good way to improve startup time and performance by disabling programs that you don't need or use regularly. Some popular startup managers include Autoruns, CC Cleaner, System Mechanic, IOBit Advanced System Care, WiseCare 365, Clary Utilities. What is my favorite startup manager? I don't typically use third-party startup managers because they consume memory and storage. However, if I had a choice to choose one, I would use IOBit Advanced System Care because it is powerful and offers a wide range of cleaning and optimization features. I have used it in the past and been very happy with the results. I'll leave a link to the download page in the description and pinned comment. Troubleshooting tips. If you are having trouble stopping a program from running in the background, you may need to try one of the following. Restart your computer, uninstall the program, then reinstall it, run a malware scan, contact the program's developer for support. Also, keep your software up to date. Software developers often release updates that include security fixes and performance improvements. Make sure to keep your software up to date, including your operating system, drivers, and applications. And do not forget to scan for malware. Malware can sometimes install programs that run in the background without your knowledge. If you are concerned about malware, run a full scan of your computer using a reputable antivirus programs. If you ask me for recommendation, I choose Avast. Link will be in the description. At a glance, here are some tips for stopping programs from running in the background. Only disable programs and services that you are sure you do not need. If you are not sure whether a program or service is essential, leave it enabled. Be careful when using third-party startup manager. Disable startup apps and services that you are familiar with that consume a lot of resources but you don't use regularly. I hope this video helps you improve your computer's performance, battery life, and privacy. If you are interested in discovering more Windows and tips and tricks, then be sure to check out the playlist. Let me know in the comments which methods work for you, or if you had trouble implementing any of these steps. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel before leaving. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.